Hey there guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So today is the first video I am doing on the card game Genesis Battle of Champions. Now you are actually going to be seeing quite a few videos for Genesis on this channel because the creators of Genesis actually reached out to me and asked me to make some videos for them. It's going to be a little bit different to my regular content because apparently they have a lot of people already making content about collecting Genesis, so they actually want some videos about playing Genesis. So I've looked into it a little bit. I've tried not to look into it too much because this video is going to be first reactions to the game straight out of the box. This is the two-player starter set, so it is how does this starter set look straight out the box, how simple does it seem. And then we're going to have a lot more videos. We're going to talk about cards, we're going to do breakdowns of, mechanics and stuff in the game, as well as some gameplay videos. So the nice people at Genesis, they actually sent me this. They also sent me a few booster packs and some promos, so you'll see the booster packs opened in future videos, and I will also have a chance to give you guys some promos, which should be very cool. Alright, so first of all, let's take a quick look at the box here. It is a little beaten up just because of the mailing wasn't too great on it. The post office didn't do us nice on that one. So it has each of the two main characters on the side. So this is Idris and Raha, I believe is how you pronounce those. So this two-player starter set is perfect for you and your friend to start playing Genesis. This box includes the Raha champion card, a 50-card deck for her, and enough aura cards to play with her. The Idris champion card, a 50-card deck, and enough aura cards. Two 30-sided dice to track your health, a learn to play guide, and a playmat, both with an art poster on the other side and two deck boxes. Alright, so let's just jump straight in. So what I do know about this game is it doesn't play like a regular TCG. So it actually plays kind of like a miniatures game in that you don't just have, your battlefield where things are kind of interchangeable. You have a very fixed, locked grid system, and your characters and your cards actually move around that grid, and that changes how and where they can attack, things like that. Right. So they did actually just finish their Kickstarter for, I believe, the 4th expansion. This is from an older expansion. So we have our counters here for exertion and something else. Exertion, I think, is when you've used up everything. Oh, there's the cool posters. Yeah, so this is the playmat. As I said, it's a very, very rigid grid system. We're a bit too zoomed in for this in this video, but once I get down and we're playing some more games, we'll have nice zoomed out camera. But your cards actually go in these squares, they move around these squares. It's an interesting game. It's not mechanically like other games. This is just going to be our other poster. Oh, they did mention to me in the post that the dice were missing from this. He said that was due to this being an older edition, and current editions, if you go out and actually buy the game, do include the dice. So this is the Idris deck I'm going to look at first of all. Alright, so let's get this open. Does it have an easy tear thing? It does. Sweet. Alright, let's zoom in a little bit. So we see Idris here. So Idris is your champion. Idris basically acts as you in the game. So Idris's life total is your life total. Idris's chosen colours are the colours you're allowed to play in your deck. As I say, I know a little bit about this, but we're going to go into that a bit more later. Idris has attacks, heavy attack and fireball. And then there are different cards in the deck. These are what you have to pay attention to when you're deck building. I do know that much. These can only add up to... I believe this is the number. No, sorry, this is the number. This one here is what you look at when you're deck building. But as I say, we'll go into that a little bit more. This is the health, because this is a creature that you can bring out. So they do have collector numbers as they are from the set. They are just from the regular set. They're not, exclusive numbered to these decks. It is Jalara 2nd Edition is what the J2 is for. So we're getting multiple copies of some cards. That's obviously going to happen in a constructed deck. I like this fox. That's a really pretty fox. got some baboons. So some of these are creatures, some are attacking spells. Like this one doesn't have health, that means it's not a creature. Quite a few copies of that Flame Jet card. So there is no limit on how many cards of the same name you can have, but this number here, as I say, this is what you have to pay attention to. You can only have a maximum of 250 points in your deck. So this is 4 points, this one's 8 points. I believe they go from 2 to 8 or 3 to 8. So for every good card you put in, you have to put a couple of weaker ones in to kind of balance it out. These, I think, are tokens, or maybe for your mana pool, something like that, or they are something I will find out about later when I am looking through stuff. Some 1s and 5s and 10s and 20s. Oh, and then this is our how to play, this beginning of the round. So you have your move and rotate phase. I say where your characters and stuff are on the board is so important in this game. So where they're facing as well is part of the gameplay mechanic, which I'll come to in some later videos. Main phase, every game has a main phase, you know what that is. Then end phase and end of rounds. Swift abilities are kind of instant speed abilities. Right, so that's the Idris deck. So I'm not going too much into detail on the cards because we are going to go into these in much greater detail in some future videos. This is the Raha deck. I do hope in the the later editions where they added the dice, they made these a little bit better, because there's quite a bit of damage on the face card coming out of those. I'm sure they have fixed that for later editions. So that was our champion for this one. I know there are quite a few different champions. They said each set gets new champions, so there are a lot more interesting ways to build your deck. And repeated copies of spells, you know, just in order to make this game a bit more playable. One thing I'll note is I do quite like the art on the cards. The art is very nice style. I like the color indicators. So there's no amount of mana and stuff you need to cast a card based on its color. All of the mana in this game is generic. So cards will tell you an amount of mana you have to use to do things with, but the color indicator is just for what champions you can include these cards with. And I like the way it's just listed down the side, and that they're all there, but the lit up ones, as it were, are the ones that identify with this card. So this one doesn't have any lit up, so I believe this means this can just go in any deck. Oh, and the rarity symbols I haven't noted yet. There's rare, common, uncommon, and the champions have starter on them. There we go. The champion has starter on the bottom, so that indicates I'm guessing it's only found in the starter deck. But then these can all be found within the set as well, so they have set symbols, or set rarities, should I say. And there are different symbols above the commons. I think that just includes what type of card it is. You know, there's some with the lightning symbol, there's a fire symbol, there's a person symbol. We'll learn more about those coming up pretty soon. So the first impression, as I say, I've just opening this, I've seen a couple of games played. It was, I believe, MTG Nerd Girl had one of the judges on, one of the big judges for the game, and they played through a few games. So that is where I've got all of my information from so far. And this is what we've got in here, what these token things again. Oh, does it say token? No, but they are starter exclusive things, so I'm guessing they're just tokens. So zoomed out a little bit, we're going to try and show off as much of this as we can. This is the quick start how to play guide. So this hopefully will be enough for us to learn how to play with the starter kit, and then more complex rules will come into it as we're adding extra cards. So we can see this here. This is what I'm talking about. This is the grid system they've got. It's a 5x6 grid. That's what our other mat is. And this is where your champions start, and then you have, I believe, timeline is your deck. Your memories are the graveyard, and then subconscious is the basically exile zone. Skills and curses, I don't know just yet. We'll find that out. But then you have your health, you have your mana that you have available, and your champions and your cards move around this grid, and they can attack within certain ranges and stuff. The grid system, I can't stress this enough, the grid system is so important. This is not like Magic where you can argue if you're putting your lands in front. It's not like Pokemon where all your bench can be clumped together. You have to have this grid ready to go. So we've got stuff about winning the game, we've got setup, turn order. It does seem fairly simple to be able to get into this and play, so that's what we're going to be doing in a few videos time, but I just wanted to get this initial first look at it, see how I thought this came out of the initial starter kit, and I think it looks quite good. You've got everything you need in here to really start playing, so we will be seeing very soon just how simple it is to really jump into it. So like I say, I've watched a couple of games before. I'm not going to let Laura see any games before we actually start playing, and I'm just going to see how quickly she picks it up compared to me having already seen the videos. So this will be it from me for today. We've had a nice quick look at that starter kit there. Hopefully you guys will join me again in the future for some more Genesis videos as we go through and we take a look at the cards and we learn how to actually play this game. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.
Thanks for watching. Check out some more videos right here.
And don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content from DJ Gigabyte.
Gotta catch 'em all!